Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your girl Mahogany Roots here, and I'm back at you again with another video. But this is just not your average everyday video, honey. This is a interview, one of my favorite things to do. Y'all know I've had interviews with some of everybody, and I love to do interviews. So I'm excited, a little bit nervous, like I get every single time. A lot of you guys are new, but I've had people just from all over this space, that space, all types. I've had mukbangers, I've had relationship experts, I've had shock jocks, I've had gosh, all kinds of people. And so I'm very, very excited to introduce this beautiful lady today, because she's not only is she going to be probably new to some of you, she's going to be new to me. I'm getting to know her. I love this. Let me just say hello to you guys. Eyes, I know you were in the building. What's up, Eyes? I know you might not be here, sis, but if you come back, I would love for you maybe at the end to join the panel. We might do a little ladies talk for a few minutes. It's good to see you, Sweet Pea. Yes, honey. Let me see. Third ward in the building. One of my favorite mods. Okay. It's good to see you, third, as always. Okay, brother. And Hatch Dragon, another one of my favorites. Okay. It's good to see you, sweetheart. So let's go ahead and get this thing started. Yeah, let's get it started. So I'm trying to be good. I'm trying to follow the rules. I'm going to play some, I think, non-copyrighted music. Although last time they said it was still copyright, so I don't know. I'm like F YouTube right now. So anyway, we're going to play some music. We're going to get it started. You guys kick back, relax. You guys got a couple minutes before the beautiful lady comes up on the panel. I do want you guys, as you start to come in, I want you guys to drop her channel. She has 2 channels. Also, at the end of this video, give me a minute or two. At the end of the videos, I will link her 2 channels in the bottom of the description. Subscribe to both of her channels. You will not regret it. Subscribe to both of her channels, okay? But y'all find her channel for me. Hey, Chaos. I saw you over there with the brother BMT. Tell BMT I said hello. I was looking, but I had to do my own show, okay? I might come over there a little later, okay? But yeah, y'all, if you can, find her channels and drop it. Let's play a little music, all right? Hold on. Hold on. Oh, God, where am I at? And I like this one. This one's cute. What song should I play, y'all? I kind of like this one. This one's cute. Okay. Yes, drop her link. Thank you. Part-time planning, it has been a while. It's good to see you, sweetheart. Hey, Bruce. Bruce, I'm so glad to see you. I'm going to be calling a lot of y'all out now. I'm going to be trying to network more with you guys. So, Bruce, you're one of them. I want you to do, maybe be on the panel, give some advice for me. Part-time planning. I don't even know if you come on camera, sweetie, but you're always welcome. How y'all like this beat? It's real easy, right? Y'all, I'm gonna try and be cute. No more alcohol for me, y'all. That was fly. I like that. Hold up. Let me see. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let me see what it is. That was cute. That was 4 minutes too. It's perfect for an intro. Let me come back to y'all. Or just something, to listen to. Okay, without further ado, honey, I think we've given people time, honey, to get in the building. I know a lot of the family is live, honey, but thank you for just, taking a little time to spend it with me. The beautiful Doe Eyez.
Good evening. Happy Sunday, Mahogany.
Oh, you too. You're so sweet. Well, introduce yourself, sweet pea. It's all you for the next minute.
Oh, okay. Well, my channel name is Doe Eyez TV, but my name is Lise Carter, so you can call me Doe, or you can call me Lise. Just don't call me out of my name. And I am from the DMV, and for those who are not familiar with that, that is the area that encompasses Washington, D.C., Maryland, and Virginia. I started YouTube, I'm going to say, perhaps the latter part of 2019, 2020, but I did little small uploads back in 2013. I am not English related. I speak about a myriad of topics, and my passion is, of course, vegan, cooking, dining, and I visit a lot of those channels. But I visit many channels in many spaces, trying to network and get to know others.
I love it. Everything that what you just said, because the DMV is no joke, honey. I heard that that's really a great place to date. I heard that somebody said that. Is that
Did you
true?
just say that's a great place to date?
I've seen videos about the DMV and dating, like it's a very popular topic. Is a good place to meet people? What? It's not a good place to meet people?
Oh, it's a great place to meet people. Depends on what type of people you're looking for.
Oh, so maybe I got it backwards. Oh, the echo. Let me get rid of the echo. Sorry, Sweet Pea. Go ahead and talk to him, and then I'll get to asking you some questions.
Okay. The DMV has changed quite a bit. DC has undergone gentrification, so the days of old is just that. Okay, they're saying that there's still an echo.
It's gone right now, right? You guys
I don't hear one.
I think it might be gone now. I think that was give us a 1 if it's gone. It should be gone now because I can't see. I'm blind, girl. Hey, Blue. Hi, everybody. I guess thank you guys for coming and supporting Doe. I really appreciate it. Awesome. They said we're good. Go ahead, Doe. What were you saying?
No, I was saying that DC has undergone a major gentrification. So, what was known to many as Chocolate City is no more. I mean, you still see a large population of chocolate, but the vanilla is there. And
Okay.
they're in areas that were mostly populated at one time by the chocolate. And back in the early 80s, perhaps 90s, we were also known as the murder capital, but that has changed now. So there are beautiful sites there, as well as Maryland, which I reside, and Virginia. It's just you have to be careful, and that's no matter where you go. No place is exempt from crime, period. So yes, they're beautiful sites. Of course, Washington D.C. We have many other museums that we have so many tourists come to visit, especially with the latest museum being the African American Museum. So if you're in the D.C. area, of course, visit. But with any place you go, especially these days and times, just exercise caution.
Yes. Yeah, I heard, but like you said, violence is everywhere, really. But I have family in Maryland, so I visited Maryland. I've been in Washington, but it's been years. Oh God, I do need to go. I need to travel some more. I want to say I got a few more questions for you before we get into the actual interview part. I still want to pull some more out of you for the intro. Are you okay with that? Hey, Misha.
Absolutely.
Okay. Welcome, everyone. So we know where you're from. Are you married or single?
I am single. I have a companion, if you will.
Okay.
But yes, happily.
Exactly. Okay. Do you have children?
No.
Okay. Well, you said you're happily, so that's all I need to know. We don't want to give them too much, honey. Too much. So that's awesome. Did you guys meet from where you're from?
Yes, actually, during my lupus walks.
Oh,
I mean, I knew him before then, but every walk that I've had, he's always been there. I'll call him my gentle giant, but I guess everyone's a giant compared to me because I'm only 5 foot even.
oh, you're real small. I'm kind of tiny too. I'm
Well, I'm
five
not
foot.
small, I'm short.
Well, petite. I am too. I'm only and people are always shocked, but I'm like 5'2.5". I'm very
Well, your voice sounds like you're petite.
ah yeah, I guess so. I think I just have like a huge head, and I think it just fools people. But basically, hey LSP, welcome everybody. Let me see what else I want to ask you. So you talked about when you started your channel. Why did you start your channel?
Actually, I was, let's see, 2020 June. I was
Okay.
sitting on my couch and at work. And of course, it was at that time when I'll just say 2020 health issue was going around, and most of us were on hybrid employment. And I was going through a really, really bad flare. And thank God I was working from home, but I actually heard Kwame Brown, who went viral at that time. And some of the jokes and things that came out of that particular sector kind of brought my hopes up, and it brought laughter. And even though a lot of things have changed since then, but that really started many people beginning channels, and a lot of people have grown exponentially. Some have fallen off, but that's where actually it started from.
Okay. The Kwame
Mhm.
Brown. Yeah, I mean, well, he's got kind of I guess the celebrityism behind him too. So, and it was different to see somebody like him be so outspoken because, a lot of times I consider him kind of like celebrity status, but a lot of times they have to be careful what they say. But he was just so outspoken. I don't know much, I know a few things that he said that went viral. I don't follow him or anything, but I just remember being kind of shocked, like, wow, okay, he said that. But yeah, okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and then coming from the Wizards, being in Washington D.C., so a lot of the stuff I had already knew and heard, but that was like years ago. So again, it was like a wave
Mm-hmm.
where a lot of people jumped on, and it was fun. In the
Mm-hmm.
very beginning, it was actually, to me, fun. But sometimes in life, that fun, when the wrong people, I'll just say, comes around, or if your ideals, not you, but people in general, ideals change, um, things change. So I'll just leave it at that. But that's how I began.
Okay. Okay, I understand. Trust me, I do. My emotions about YouTube has gone up and down, and I do watch you since I'm first of all, let me just say I met you through Dee Durrell. You guys did
Yes,
it amazing. You've done, just by the way, if you guys don't know her, she has done a lot of really, really good interviews. You had Joe Brown. You said you had Peso Man over there, Judge Joe Brown. I could have sworn I saw that on your channel.
yes.
Hmm. So
Papa
you,
Duck. Who
Papa Doc,
else? Yes, Bro Sanchez, and he'll be back again on this coming Saturday.
awesome,
And we're
awesome.
going to
I'm
be
definitely.
talking about the Black culture.
I look forward to that. I've seen that brother on Information Man show. He's very powerful. I've seen him a few other places in the conscious sector, so I like him.
Yes.
Yeah, so she's done some amazing interviews, you guys. If you don't know her, definitely before you guys leave, I know you can't stay all day. Make sure you subscribe to her channel. And everybody, I'm gonna be honest, everybody over here is very good with supporting. They're actually way better at it than me because I'm always working, but everybody over here is like a little family, Doe. You'll like everybody that comes through here. Do you know a lot of the people that you see in the chat room?
I've seen Chaos Reign.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Tampa Supreme. And I think that's about it. And the cynical one said he went from being an NBA player to a super outspoken podcaster who gets into it with other celebs and YouTubers.
Yeah, it was really strange to see him doing that. But I want, if you guys do me one more time, drop her link in the chat for me. And like I said, by the end of the show, if you leave and come back, make sure you subscribe. Both of her channels, she has two, will be in the description. I want you guys to become family with her. You won't regret that.
Thank
Hey,
you, Mahogany.
you're welcome, We the Plug, and thank you, Cynical One. Okay, so I want to ask you some more questions. Just being a woman on social media, I love having woman talks. Um, what do you, what have you experienced being a woman on social media on YouTube? What's it like?
We're being candid, correct?
Yeah, be as honest because I got a feeling we probably had very similar experiences. It's not easy. It's not what people think it is. Mm-hmm.
There is a disparity in support, whether it be showing up in lives or chats, and financial from my point of view. Yes, the men will support other men, even though they know it's BS, manufactured beef, but they'll throw all types of money.
Mm-hmm.
And you have some women that will do the same thing, but as far as women who are putting out important information, we don't get the same support. And I've gone through networking streams
Mhm.
where I've shown people how it was taught to me to actually network and go to the channels. If you like the content, subscribe to it and leave comments. And you'll see other cultures with hundreds of
Comment.
comments, but you come to our channels, you may see one or two. And I'll say it maybe once or twice, and after that, I'm like, forget it. Because I
You
shouldn't
know,
have to continue to repeat the same thing and then show you the disparity. Why is it other cultures can support one another just by leaving a comment? That's free, but we can't do it or we won't do it.
right. I will say this. I know exactly what you're talking about. I used to. It's been a while. I haven't been to a lot of growth streams. And Joe does do growth streams. She's one of the ones that do. There's several of them out here. But it's just been a while since I've done it because, like, I'm so people don't understand how I am. I would subscribe and stay subscribed, whether even if I really like the content or not, I would just keep my word and stay subscribed and comment and like sometimes and watch as much as I can. I get it, but it's not always reciprocated and it can be very exhausting to do that. And I get it. Even myself, people work, they have things going on, but what's happening is sometimes you always have some people that kind of take advantage of what you're trying to do. They don't do their part. And it can be frustrating. I have a little solution for that though, Doe, but I'm not, hey, Alonzo, I'm not going to give it to you yet. I'll probably give it to you at the end. I want to overtalk myself. But I understand it can be very frustrating. I get it. And this stuff takes a lot of work, right? So did you have anything else you wanted to say before I ask you the next question?
Sure. And then you have trolls or people
Mhm.
that will make negative comments. And when those people do that or offer something that is unwarranted, I will block you. Now, it may take me time to get past it and I will unblock you, but yes, I will block you. And a
Yeah,
lot of times that's to protect my peace. It's not out of malicious intent, but you have to do something at least two or three times that I feel like, okay, you're coming at me at a strange way. So to protect the platform, that's going to be the end result.
I'm going to say that I'm a proponent of that too. Like when I first came on here, oh my God, the trolls, like I'm ashamed to admit it, but some of them had me in tears. They would say the most awful things to me. And now, oh man, I'm as hard as a brick. You can't hurt my feelings, honey. I think it's the most hilarious thing because it's like, okay, you're over here watching me, honey. I'm not watching you. You're over here watching me and bothering me. So, but if it does start to bother you, yeah, blockity block block block. I even got a video called blockity block block block. So, hey, Brandy, yeah, you do what you have to do. I don't think anybody would judge you for that,
And
and you
it's
do have.
not like I don't like the person, but it, sometimes people will say things and I'm like, what is it that you're really trying to get at? And again, if I ask you for a suggestion, that's fine, but don't keep pushing things upon me. You handle your channel the way you see fit, and I will handle my channel the way I see fit. So,
Yeah.
again, because I've gone through cyberbullying and harassment, I've gotten past that, and this has been 2 to 3 years ago now. Um, when I feel, and again, maybe I'm wrong, but if I feel it that, okay, you're overstepping, then that's what I'm going to do. And again,
No,
it's not going to be long, but yes, I will block you to keep that negative energy away from me.
you have to protect your energy. You have to protect your energy. And so yeah, I actually recommend it to people, like you were saying, especially when you're new and you've got enough things to deal with. You're trying to figure out, this thing is very cliquish. It's very cutthroat. A lot of things that go on behind the scenes that people don't. Hey, melanated. A lot of people have no clue. They just don't know. From blackballing people's channels to spreading rumors and lies. Just Just be, I've literally sat back and watched people. Um, I've seen it all. I'll put it that way. From just trying to fight with somebody that's not even trying to fight with them to I've seen it all. So nothing you're saying surprises me. And this is honest talk. This is honest talk about what it's like to be on this particular platform, YouTube. They all have an issue. Facebook has one. I'm sure Instagram has one. Um, you are on other social media. You're on Instagram. You're on Twitter. I think I heard you say, right?
Yes.
Okay. And you're on Facebook too?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I want everybody welcome in Melanated Brandy, Belvin, welcome in everybody. So let's get down to some more personal talk. Let's see. Because we're just having basic sister talk. What is there anything you would like to ask me? Is there anything that you would like to talk about?
Nope. You're the host, so I'll follow your lead.
No, you have my little notebook. Okay, I'm going to come up with some good things. So I explained to you I'm kind of under the umbrella of this manosphere space, even though I'm not manosphere. I'm not part of it, but I'm like an outsider. And your space is. Are you consider yourself more interviewish? Like, what is your channel mostly about? I know it's diverse. What would you, if I'm new to your channel and I kind of sort of am, what am I expecting to see from and learn from you?
Just basic topics that I think that are important to people. I just did one earlier. You hopped in, and thank you so much. And it was based on the price of beauty and how far some of us go to have these BBLs and plastic surgeries. And some people do it for certain reasons, but basically was trying to gauge how important social media takes and plays a role into us doing that. And not just women, but men as well.
Yeah. The vanity, honey, the vanity. I'm so glad because I had forgotten. I saw you doing a show. So she did a show about the price of beauty, which I think is a great topic. I've talked a little bit about that, about surgery, and just, how risky it is. And then I saw you doing a show about fibroids. Me and you have more in common than you might think. I've done shows on fibroids because I struggle with fibroids. So I
Oh
think
my goodness. Did you ever have Dunlap?
Huh?
Did you ever have Dunlap with your fibroids where the rest of you is small, but you look like you're carrying a melon?
I feel like, I swear to you, that's why lately I've been wearing a lot of loose stuff. But me and my cousin just sat and talked about this. I do feel like I have this little pudge that I cannot get rid of no matter how much I sit ups or whatever I'm trying to do. I just seem like it will not go away. What is
Figs.
that?
I've tried figs. I'm a raw vegan now.
Okay.
And I did some research, and figs to me they're nasty, but they really help. And the thing is, some of the doctors that I spoke to, and in my opinion, the first thing they want to do is cut, cut, cut. And I'm like,
Yeah.
no, I'm going through enough now. So no, you're not going to cut me. And they're like, well, it's not going to be really invasive. And I said, didn't I just say I don't want to be cut?
That's.
And at my age, which I'm over 50, I'm 54 actually.
You
I
look
could not,
good.
yeah.
I was about that. Okay.
Oh yeah.
That's,
I'm
you
not
look good.
I'm not a fossil yet, but I'm blessed. But and I say blessed in that in these days and times with all that's going on, and especially my health issues, that's a blessing. But oh my God, I had like 7, and the largest one, I forgot how they said it was like a small grapefruit, but the pain was excruciating. And I'll just say that time seemed to me at one point, it was never ending. I'm not sure if people remember the part in the Bible where they speak about the women and the
And
issue. Yes.
yeah,
And I'm like, oh my God. I mean, my back, my abdomen, everything.
Joe, let me tell you something. See, this is what I want. This is the meat and potatoes I want to get to because this is real talk and this is something that women go through. I was up here, girl. Same thing happened to me. My cousin, I literally visited my cousin earlier this week, maybe just a few days ago, and she just had surgery herself. She had a hysterectomy, and
Oh,
yeah, and she's young, just like well, not young. We ain't no spring chickens, but she's around the same age as me in our early 40s. Well, I'm pushing mid 40s now. I'm 44, but we're around the same age, and they tried to do the same thing with me. The only reason that I refused because I still feel like I have a baby left in me. So, and I'm,
oh,
yeah, I was like, I got to have this baby. So, and I'm not going to stop till I get one. People be laughing because I'd be like, oh, I think I'm going to get pregnant this year.
no, speak it into existence.
Exactly. And Joe, I've been through so much, but like I said, we will definitely be doing this again. I would love, maybe even on your show or my show, to do a woman. I'm glad we got so many women in the building to do a women's show talking about health, talking about the pains and stuff we go to. When I did a show talking about fibroids and pain and sex and trying to explain to these men why sometimes, especially if a woman is older, maybe why they're not getting what they feel they need. Women, we go through a lot of stuff that I just don't think men are aware of. Would you like to speak on it?
I absolutely agree. Again, I am celibate, but I've had this issue for a while, and some, not all, because I haven't been with all, but some to me are very inconsiderate, or they think that you're making it up, or
Up.
will ask questions like, "Well, I don't understand how that has any bearing on
I
the
know.
act." I'll just say it like that because I'm not going to disrespect your channel at all. But I'm like, are you serious? You need to have what we have, and then maybe you'd understand.
Girl, I just did a whole video on sex. And I know it be tripping me out because I know people be thinking, oh, this is going to be raunchy. It's not raunchy. It's very educational, actually. I try to educate people in a funny way about the realities of life. And that is a part of our reality. And intimacy, all those things, this is stuff that we deal with day to day. I don't see how we could talk in this space, in my space, we talk about relationships all the time and we never talk about intimacy. It should go hand in hand. So I'm just so glad that you brought that up because that's some real stuff, especially as older women. It's real. It's not fake. It's not made up. But like you said, a lot of them just don't understand that. Oh, girl, what about? Okay, so you were talking about the pressure to look beautiful. Would you like to teach us more about that? What do you tell us more about the pressure to look beautiful? What do you think about that?
It was based on a lot of these young women that I see and the stories that I've been reading, going to a lot of these underground
Surgery.
centers, if you will, to have these procedures. And
Hmm.
again, maybe it's because I'm at a certain place in my life, professionally, personally, and by age. I don't see the need, I guess, to have these big bubble behinds, if you will.
Yeah.
But you remember our dear friend Graham. I know you haven't forgotten him.
Yeah, I
The,
do.
the female attributes, and I understand men are visual. I think sometimes that could lead to it, but that documentary that I did the snippet of showed where this beautiful girl, I forgot what country she came from, hid the fact that she was having the surgery from her father. And I don't know how long after the surgery, but she passed away. And her girlfriend was speaking on it, who was going back for her second one. And her girlfriend said that all of her friends have had these procedures. And I'm trying to figure out why, because both of them are absolutely beautiful, but I guess they may be a little bit heavier than some men would like, or maybe it's something within themselves. I don't know, to be honest.
No. I don't know either because it is a welcoming everybody. Hello, everybody. Hey, Brownie. Hey, everyone. Um, I think it's pressure just watching the reality show stars. I mean, they just most of them are not natural. And now on social media, like with people have figured out that they can make money with their bodies. And so a lot of the Instagram girls, they have this and they're making money. And so everybody wants to be that girl. They want to make that money. Um, and so next thing you know, everybody starts doing it. But it is very dangerous, especially when you do it illegally, because you don't know what in God's green earth they're putting in you, and you don't know if you're going to have an allergic reaction. They're not qualified to handle allergic reaction. Your life could be in danger. So yeah, it's a big thing. I've talked about that too. Me and you have a lot in common.
Yeah, and the venue where it took place was in Miami.
Oh,
And 21 people, 21 young women, I believe, lost their lives after these procedures. So think of all of the procedures that are done in the quote unquote dark world.
yeah, and yeah, you would think that people would. Hey, welcome in everyone. You would think that people would have, because there's been lots of examples of women dying on the table under the knife, and are the pictures of this, I hate to say it, the cement-looking booties, and one butt is
Yes.
higher than the other, but people are still willing to, and that's the crazy part to me. None of that is worth my life. I want to live, so I don't get it. I don't
That's
understand.
why I wanted to do that, to try to delve into what were some of the reasons why some people elect to do that. And as I mentioned, it's not only the women, they actually had, and I showed a chart where men actually have their wee-wees enlarged.
Oh God! And I'm now I'm going to
I'm
go on a little bit of
serious.
no, it's okay. I mean, I guess some men need that. I thank God I've never had a man that had that problem. Let me stop. No, I really haven't. But I mean, that's so weird to me. I mean, I just am of the mindset, work with what you got. And there's ways to work with what you got. I think one day I'm gonna give a lesson, Doe Eyes, on just the art of love making. Like I said, if you get time, watch that show I did, because people just they're trying to copy things that they see instead of just working with what they have. I believe every woman is beautiful. I believe that we all have really wonderful attributes, and we just need to emphasize what our attributes are. For some women, it might be, their eyes. For some women, it might be their lips. For some women, it might be their breasts, or maybe their tiny waist, or maybe their bum, or, maybe it's their arms. We're all different, and emphasize the best part of you. So that's what I think. Are
Absolutely.
you ready for some? I got some questions for you, pretty lady.
All right.
Okay, so we've been talking about health. Uh, because I don't know what you don't want to talk about. I don't want to get too personal. Is there anything that is too personal, maybe, that I should know before I go there?
Nope.
Okay.
Ask away.
Okay. So, okay. We'll start light. Both of us are women of age, but we fine as hell still. Okay, you got any beauty secrets that you want to share with the women? Hey, Queen. Hey.
I wouldn't call them beauty secrets, but I do like to moisturize with sea moss gel.
Oh, what does that do?
For me, it exfoliates and it leaves my skin, because being older, um, it just makes it feel more dewy.
Okay. It's so funny. Somebody recommended some well, for me to eat it today. It was real good brother on here named OG Ghost. He recommended some sea moss to me. So cool. Anything else that you do? You got any regimens? You said you're a vegan. You said that has
Yes,
helped your health.
yes. I absolutely am a stickler for consuming water. I like to put just a tad bit of apple cider vinegar in my water. During the summer months, I think it's extremely important for people to be hydrated. So I like coconut water. Some people do not like that. I do. Anything with electrolytes in it is healthy for me. Natural vitamin D, which we get from the sun.
Yes.
My vitamin D level has dropped again, and part of it's because of my health condition, but not getting a lot of nature's vitamin D because we've been under so much rain lately. So,
And you've talked about your health condition. You're talking the lupus.
yes,
Because educate me, because I had a friend that had it, but I really don't know too much about it. Educate us on what that is.
it's a autoimmune condition where your good cells can't differentiate from the bad cells, so they attack one another. And unfortunately, it can cause arthritis, joint pain, swelling, what people will say the butterfly rash. So you'll see a lot of people associate butterflies with lupus, and that's because of the butterfly rash. Um, it gets it can be terminal to some if it affects your organs. Unfortunately, my lungs were affected, and then recently, the latest blood work I had, my vitamin D has dropped, and now I have some elevation in my liver. So I got to go back in a month and get that checked again. I mean, it may not be anything, but it is something that I need to check. But some famous people, um, Tony Braxton
Yep.
has it. I think it's affected her heart. Nick Cannon, kidneys. Selena Gomez, who actually had a kidney transplant. So that's
Oh.
just a few of many people that suffer with it. And at one point, the life expectancy was between 5 to 10 years, but the technology and certain medications, even though there is nothing lupus specific yet, they're working on it. But some of the medicines that they offer, like prednisone, is which I'm on, which is a steroid. It's good that it helps to reduce the inflammation, but long term use, unfortunately, and I've had it for maybe 20 years, meaning the steroid therapy, it can start to cause your bone density to get extremely low. So
Um,
even though I have to exercise, sometimes it's painful. Sometimes I have good days, sometimes I have bad days. So it's no joke. And it affects men as well. It affects children as well. So I would just implore you and any of your listeners or people who may catch the replay, if anything feels different in your body, don't ignore it. Please don't ignore it because you never know.
I just want to say I'm so proud of you for coming out and speaking. Oftentimes, uh, in just the spaces that we're in, it's kind of hard to share. But I appreciate you saying, because I always feel like somebody needs to hear it. You just educated us. I didn't know that lupus was as serious as I really didn't know. Like I said, one of my friends had it, and she would say certain things. She told me about the butterfly rash, but I had
Mm-hmm.
no idea about the pain. And you know, I told you when we spoke, we were messaging each other. I also suffer from pain, but it's a different type of pain, and people just do not realize just day to day living. You were talking about exercising and being in so much pain, things that a lot of people take for granted sometimes can really be difficult. So if you know somebody has something, check on them every once in a while, call them, see if they need anything. Maybe they're having a day where because she would tell me, she would be like, well, my real name starts with a T, but she'd be like, T, like, today's one of those days. So I just think it's great that you're sharing so much. Did you have anything else you wanted to say before I go on to the next subject?
No, ma'am.
Okay, this is so much fun. It's like a little sister table. Um, we actually, girl, we have pushed through this interview so fast because what did I say, about an hour? But I really haven't gotten out everything I wanted to get out. So I'm going to ask you a few more things. It's really up to you. I was going to just maybe for a few minutes going to give people a chance to come and ask you a question or two, and then I was going to end it. But it's really up to you.
No, I'm
Regardless.
good. I'm rested.
Okay, okay. Um, well, let me see. I want to ask you. So this is a little game that I'm making up in my head right now as we speak. But I want to give you a choice. I'm going to say some words, and I want you to say the word that you identify with the most. Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Um, handsome or smart?
Smart.
Okay. Ooh, let me think. Let me think. Chocolate. Well, chocolate, vanilla, or strawberry?
Can I have all of them?
I like that. I like that. Okay, so you're
But
like
if
the
I had to choose chocolate,
yeah. I think I'm more
I'm
of a
greedy.
I girl, and my mood, like what I like, actually switches around. But I do like chocolate when it comes to dessert. Okay. Okay. Movies. Let's go to the movies. Do you like horror? Do you like comedies, or do you like thrillers?
All of them, but comedy because I believe in natural healing.
Yeah.
Laughter is a form of medicine, so I enjoy comedy.
Okay. I want to give. I'm gonna ask you a couple more. Then I'm gonna give. I don't mind them. I really don't mind men hopping up, but I really kind of wanted to keep this more like a woman. Just give so many men, like she was just saying, are in this space. I want to give the ladies a chance to kind of just talk for a minute or two. So, any of you ladies, cynical one said that she had a story. Any of you ladies, if you want to ask Doe Eyez a question or just say something to her, I'm going to drop the link and you can, and then we're going to end it. But let me see a few more questions for you. Um, oh Lord, I've asked you so much. I don't even know what else is left. I don't. You know what? I'm good. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the link. You guys come on up and talk to her. Ask her a question. I would like to do a little bit more ladies talk. Let's see.
Sure.
Yes, honey, I love because we don't get an opportunity in this space because it is a male. The space I'm in is pretty much male dominated, so it's nice to talk to another sister and it not be competitive and it not be. I've had very nice women on here. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. If I invite you on my show, I like you. Period. I'm not like a fake person. I won't invite you on my show if I'm not feeling it. So,
And
let me
that's
just,
important.
I got to tell them the way we met. So, Dee Darrell was over, she was doing a show about long distance relationships. And y'all know I've been over here talking about my long distance. I was in school and I've been with the same man for years. As a matter of fact, he helped me through school. But anyway, she was over there. There was a man named Graham and Dee Darrell, and I just went over there and went off, child. I just went off because he was bringing up some manosphere sound and talk at some point. So I thought he was actually from there. So y'all know your girl being a hothead. But Joe was
I
so
didn't know that. I was like, oh my God.
Joe was so calm and fair. Oh my God, I just fell in love. And you know how there's a young lady on here named Sweet Melody Speak. She's super calm and just sweet, just like you. Um, and so I was like, you impressed me with your sympathy and empathy. Like, let me just give this poor child a chance. She got problems.
Oh, I went off last week though. It's a
Oh,
lot different. Yeah. Um, yeah. I went to someone's page that I supported
oh,
and they were talking about their situation. So I gave a small donation, and I remember the individual saying that there were trolls there, and they didn't really want to shout people out, but she did for 2 days in a row. And I saw a troll account come up, and this person, I'm not giving any shine to, is notorious. Um, Dee Darrell knows exactly who I'm talking about, but is notorious for just causing chaos and destruction everywhere that they go. And the next day, when I went up just to speak, and I don't mean going up on a platform, just coming in to the chat room to speak because they were live, they had the nerve to say, "Yeah, we have to block Doe Eyez because um, she's been putting out all of these videos about me and my children." And I'm like, what in the? And then I said, you know what? I know who's behind that. So it was some type of fake troll page, but it was being directed to my page. So I'm trying to reach her from Cash App, letting her know, look, drop the link. That was not me. She
Me.
didn't want to hear anything about that. And I know who it is and I know where it stemmed from. So I'm like, this is why I really, and I don't want to feel like this, and I said it, but I'm trying to stay away from a lot of women. And it's probably wrong for me to say that, but it hasn't failed that a lot of people that I've supported, I don't see them anymore. I've pushed for them to get to a certain level, don't see them anymore. So again, it's the roll of the dice, I guess. And again, it could be motives, intent. I don't know, but I just found that to be really foul. But I cussed like a sailor, and
Oh my.
oh yeah, and it wasn't bad. It was light compared to how I could really go, but I wanted that person to hear what I had to say, and karma comes back.
It does. It
And
does.
it's a pattern. You just have to watch people's patterns, and they're miserable, obviously, and they're consistently consistent with the misery and chaos that they cause. And that's the name of the live, misery. And it has a picture of, what's her name? Oh gosh, who played in Misery?
I know who you're talking about. I used to where the woman beat the man's feet with a hammer. I remember that movie.
Yes,
That was a good
but
movie.
her
I don't remember
picture
her
is
name.
on it. Yes. So I apologize in advance because that is not normally how you hear me speak, but that ticked me off
Well,
bad.
we've all, Joe, you're new to me, girl, but I have gotten to acting out plumb fool on here. I really have. Now, I'm because I want us to continue for a little bit, but there's somebody they've been waiting a minute. It's not a woman. That's okay. They want to. Okay, Chaos. I'm gonna let you up just for a little bit so you can talk to Joe, but then we're gonna get back to our conference, the ladies talk. Okay, here we go.
Hello.
Hey,
If,
Hey.
Chaos, how are you?
do I have feedback?
I don't think so.
Okay. This is good. It's a good discussion. It's been a while. See the interviews, Mahogany. I know you had to make time to do all these interviews, but you had to do some more. It's
I
always
need.
good for the channel. Interviews never hurt people when we do content on YouTube, especially because it gives more of a deeper element to a lot of questions that have not been answered, and there's always a second person opinion goes a long way.
Kathy Bates. I'm listening. Go ahead. But her name was
Kathy,
Kathy Bates. Hmm.
Thank
oh,
you.
oh,
Yes.
yeah. Um, I don't. I think I don't have any much. I think y'all the same. Y'all both are the same age, so y'all both are almost same in a way.
No,
I thought she was my age. I really
no,
thought she was my age.
no, you're a
Okay,
lot younger than I.
okay,
Oh,
okay,
not that.
okay.
16.
Oh wow. Oh, okay.
But
Yeah.
chaos. I don't. I hate bringing this up.
Mm-hmm.
Chaos. I think. Well, never mind. We'll talk about it behind the scenes. I was reading a message that you left earlier. Me and Joe. Because really quick before I let you, Joe, I just want to say goodbye to you after we say goodbye to everybody else. But
Okay.
did you? I mean, so okay, chaos.
One thing, Eyes, do you have more than one channel now? You have another
Yes,
channel?
yes, she does.
I do.
Is it the same channel or is it a different element with the second channel?
It's going to be different where I'm going to start to be doing reactions and just a little bit more more of a different side. I mean, it's not going to be foul or ratchet, but not so much as holding my tongue and being in particular sectors. If you follow them, and
Mhm.
Mahogany, you have some people that came over from my live earlier. So you got some new
Oh,
followers.
um, oh, Doe, well, that's so sweet. Thank you so much. If you, well, I hope that you do check me out. Yeah, but I really want my people to support you because I know that I've been, watching when I can, and I know anybody that's cool with Didi Rella's cool. Like that's my homie. So
Oh yeah, he's been
yeah.
awesome. And again, he can he just knows a little bit more, and you and I will speak on that, but he knows exactly where my misery lies stemmed from, because he's felt the quote unquote wrath of a certain individual. So
Oh,
yeah, it happens. But again, I just find that some of these behaviors take the fun away, or has taken the fun away from sharing and wanting to share special moments, because people have gone dark where they're doxing and just putting up criminal backgrounds and paying for information. I mean, this is just crazy.
yeah. I don't get it. My thing is how they gonna dox you. You have pictures. You come on cameras. So I don't understand how you dox somebody that's already kind of sharing stuff with you. It's like,
Oh, because they will
Who's
go.
doxing? Who's
I'm
doxing
sorry.
you? Who's doxing you? Who's doxing you?
do
Hear me? No, say someone doxing somebody again.
well
I
they
mean,
did.
it's ongoing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
but
ongoing.
Mhm. I
my,
don't
my
think she.
thing. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, say.
I don't. I just was saying. I don't think she wants to mention their name, and that's fine. I
Oh,
don't.
okay, okay. All right. My
Okay.
thing is this. As y'all know, ladies, people make channels doing this because this is the only content. I don't approve the doxing because I feel, all right, you put this person information. So what end goal you as means to end? Because it does not grow or put you in a more better position as a content creator doing this. You get me?
Mhm.
I don't see anybody that grows a big following doing doxing.
They
I could be
don't.
wrong. I've been watching YouTube now for years now. I've not seen that one content creator that has a channel that's 50 or 100K more and is solely based on doxing. I can be wrong, ladies. Y'all can probably correct me. But I don't think if a person's building their channel off that, that means you're building something that's temporary and is not going to gain anything of any substance in the long run. If you look for a quick bag, you got to go the alternate route. Reactions, mostly short stuff. Doxing, in the short term, you might get maybe to a certain level, but in long term, it's not sustainable.
And that's what it is. It's monetary gain. They get cash apps, the super chats, and notoriety from larger platforms. But the thing is, my mindset is if they can do that to one individual, what makes you think once they reach their goal, they won't do it to you?
Right.
And they started out talking very badly about you, and then all of a sudden you click up. No, it's crazy, and in certain sectors that's the norm.
It is the norm in some sectors. She's right about that.
And the sad thing about it, everybody says it's a criminal offense, but I had to question it now because there's some people that it's known that the internet you can't be hiding from the internet for long. And if you're doing this constantly and your channel stays as it is, and no one's able to find what you actually are, it's very questionable, personally. So when I look at these internets now, especially YouTube, especially because they do monetize a lot of things, that they put the rules for a reason, and it looked like they're not upholding the rules and regulations. To know, so if it's caught one time, automatic, it should not be no strikes. It should be automatic channel gone. You get
Yeah.
me?
Yeah.
No, they're not doing that. And actually, mine was struck, and then
Mine was too.
shortly after it being struck, it was demonetized. And as I was speaking earlier, for reuse. And I'm like, okay. And I've gone all the way around the mulberry bush with quote unquote YouTube support, and they still cannot tell me which video or what was reused, because I've been pretty consistent. And it came shortly thereafter with Brother Sanchez, and I don't know if there was music that was played or if it was sharing of the screen, but I still did not get a definitive answer. So I'm going to have to, and I've been going through trying to figure out, okay, do I trim this? Do I mute that? What do I do? But as far as the strike, that was for something that was either late last year or earlier this year. And again, you have miserable people that are up wee hours of the morning just combing through, trying to find something. And it's happened to so many people in the sector where they were demonetized and they would have to wait. And some people had to delete everything and start all over again. It's just, it's crazy. So many people use YouTube as their only source of income. I do not thank God, because people actually take joy in doing that. And it's sad.
I could hear it in your voice, Joe, because I'm telling you, I might be sitting up here kind of smiling, but I tell you, I know what you're talking about. A lot of the stuff that has just people don't even know because I never brought it to the forefront. Interactions I'm talking about from long, long, long time ago. I'm talking about from people who would not even know these people now, but that I started out with a long time ago. Just things that I understand, and it's like, why? It's like, what did I do to you? But you're doing the right thing. You have two channels. You have a backup channel, and I
Absolutely.
understand the frustration because, like me and you were saying, when we talked before the show, I had the very same thing happen to me, and I'm like, what did I do wrong? And then you see these other people doing all this f shit because,
Yes.
and it's like, wait a minute here. I didn't. Like my video that I did with Mr. Fantastic, that was actually kind of a nice. It was a nice, almost giving him. I won't say props, but
Criticism.
well, no, I wasn't criticizing. I was giving him props for being honest on Kendra G show. That's all I did. But it wasn't him. It was not him. It was not anybody. It was not. It was YouTube talking about I'm breaking their rules. So what Doe's saying is
On
true
that video,
on my video. Hmm.
oh my goodness.
Yeah, I was like, that was a good video. I was very humble and nice on that video. But like I said, like me and you were talking, remember, Joe? I've got a lot of copyright music. I've been breaking the rules consistently, so maybe they're compiling it up on me. I don't know. But I'm going to clean it up. We're going to clean it up, and we're going to keep this train chucking along, honey. They're not.
Oh yeah, I mean, I had to laugh at it. Like, with all this mess that you all allow, people calling other people pedos and some of the most egregious things,
Yeah.
they let that go.
They let it go.
And then explicit language on certain type of intimate acts. I'm like, are you serious?
Hmm.
So again, you can't get stressed out about it. Yeah, it's frustrating, but you just take your licks and keep going.
Yes. And I wanted to, you know what? We could all end. Well, I would like to end it with just Joe, but we're coming to an end. So this is what we'll do, and I'll let Joe, of course, have the last word. But I can tell you some things that will help if any YouTuber is going through this stuff. This is just has been my experience. First of all, hey, underrated, it's good to see you, sweetie. Good to see you. I'm glad you're okay. I was, a little concerned. I hadn't seen you for a while. I've been checking on you, brother. I'm glad you're okay. Good to see you. Welcome in. So let me just say this. Limit your friends. If you have friends on here, limit that. Keep your circle small. Chaos knows. Try to keep it business. I know I keep on saying that, but it's true. Try to keep it's very hard to really catch anything with you would be hard pressed to catch me saying anything that's unprofessional to anybody on here, doing anything that's unprofessional to anybody, because that's not my style, that's not my steez. And to be honest, it will come back. People might not think it comes back, but it comes back, because the moment that person gets upset, your name gets called. So just stay out of the mess. So yeah, number 3 is I know we all say it, focus on your content, but focus on your content, and I mean it. Don't worry about who's in your chat. I appreciate y'all, but at the end of the day, this interview was going to happen, and me and Doe was going to have a good old time, whether I had 1 people in this chat room or whether I had 100 people in this chat room. We gonna rock and we gonna have a good time. So focus on the work that you're doing, the content you're putting out, and not these these other things that are sent here to distract you. Keep another thing, number 4 is keep the focus on the people that I get messages all the time from people saying, "Oh my God, when I left for a little while, they were like, when are you coming back? And we missed you. And I look, I missed this, I missed that. We want to see you." And that's so motivating. So stay focused on those people that are motivating you. Don't stay focused on the negativity. Another thing is Auntie, shout out to Auntie. He did a live today and he said something that's very true. When you actually study, and I've been studying it. People, because my channel is small by choice. I don't think people understand that. I don't hardly go live because I'm busy as hell. And then, I just prioritize myself a little bit differently. I'm a part-time YouTuber and I tend to put my personal life and my family kind of above everything. And that's not everybody's deal, but that's my deal at this moment in time until I'm ready. When I'm ready to do more content, then I'll do more content. But this thing right here, and then I'll be quiet and pass it. You do not have to do, if people are getting on your nerves, you don't got to do live streams. You ain't got to do live streams. You can just do your uploads, and like Doe does, she's very good at it. Do your shorts, honey, and be the hell out, and you ain't got to deal with nothing. Technically, you don't even have to leave comments up. I like comments because it's interactive, but you don't. So you can just do your content and be out. You don't have to let this extra stuff stress you out. So I'm gonna pass it on to you guys. You guys got any advice for people?
No, I think you summed it up perfectly. I'm still learning. I've made mistakes. Um, Forgiveness is actually key. I'm not saying forget, but forgiveness and it's for you. So you don't have that extra weight or burden on, and you'll feel a lot better. Um, Again, I'm seeing and learning a lot of the little games that certain people play, and as you said, you keep going. Keep a mental note, but keep going. And again, sometimes, and I said that before in the live when I kind of went off, that oftentimes we allow stressors. I know I do, and I've got to really work on that. That can actually make a present condition worse, or you could actually manifest a condition by being stressed out and going off often. I mean, sometimes we have to let things go, but if it's continued, you do more harm than good. And it's like, I know that, but when you get really steamed, your logical mind is out the window. You just want to get it off and go. So, but in hindsight, I know I ran my pressure up that day. So sometimes you gotta take a deep breath and think. I know it's easier said than done,
Yeah.
but at the end of the day, when you log off, these people aren't thinking about you.
They
You gotta
not.
think about yourself.
100% true. They're not thinking about you. And it was said also on that show, on Auntie's show, to take it lightly. And when you start to really take it, and I take a lot of things lightly, it's so much easier on you because it's like, you know what, this is the BS, and okay. Um, and then it doesn't affect you as much. Chaos, did you want to say anything? And then me and this pretty lady are going to end our show. Did you want to give any advice or anything? Did you want to say anything to Joe?
Hold on. I don't know if any more advice to really tell people what to do. They're gonna do content on YouTube or TikTok. Especially, I'm more familiar with the YouTube side of things. I cannot speak for TikTok. I think TikTok is a Chinese app, running controlled by them, and more people will gravitate over there because they're more free to say and do things, but they forgot that they're monitoring and collecting information just like over here. So I don't really rock with things that's not here in the West, based US based personally. I'm not saying people should do that, but I'm just telling people if you're going to use social media, use it to the best of your ability. Like I said, and let's be honest, YouTube does pay. I think most people that try to come up with content like the doxing or anything is they try and get paid. Let's keep real. And really, truly, if you're trying to get paid, there's ways to do this properly. I think majority of people that do content on the norm are too lazy. They don't understand that this is like a stock market. There's ups and downs doing this. The only thing you could look forward to is to be as consistent as possible and find what audience that you're trying to find to get on your side that works. And really true, they really want to get really paid. You want to have more people watch, especially doing live streams. And you see a lot of them doing live streams that's more than 4 or 5 hours. And if
Mhm.
you're not monetized and you're just clicking the cash apps, that's fine. But they have to keep in mind that you're going to have to report that to the government regardless if you're using any other digital assets, PayPal, Cash App. So if those who's getting close to roughly $600, you're going to have to report that. So on YouTube, they had to take a little percentage, but at least they already covered that for you. And most people nowadays, ladies, I'm be honest with you, they're not reporting what they're doing anyway. That's why they kind of tighten up where the money's going now. So they can continue to hustle they want, but no one's saying you know you're going to take that chunk of that percentage and you're going to report that by the end of the year. And trust me, if they're getting money more than what I'm saying, obviously I guarantee they're not reporting that. So obviously, whatever you do, you're going to pay regardless. So you need to understand how things work, learn well, and play by the goddamn rules. You get me? YouTube is a business. So if
You
you're
know,
creating content any avenue like that, and then you're getting real nice outside the little payments in the super chats, keep in mind you better have a good account, or you better keep monitor how much percentage you got to give off that. And when I talk about $600 or more, I'm not talking about just one transaction. I'm talking about it builds up to that in a month. Oh, they didn't know that. Yes. So if it builds up to a month, because they give you financial statements every time, every month. So you know how much you make if you're getting just that alone. So I'm just giving people a game right now. This is free game. No, so if you're going that route, you better make sure you don't go beyond that. If you go beyond every month, you have to report that. And if you do not report it, they're gonna start auditing you now. And trust me, you don't want to get audited. Because listen, one thing in life, one content creator said best. They're afraid of what? It's the I, R, and the S. And if you don't got a job and this is your hustle, nigga.
well, thank you. You're a mess. You passionate about that, but I no, you're what you're saying is true. It's right. You do have to report it after you're making a certain amount of money. So they're gonna get you either on the front end or the back end. You're right about that. All right, sweet pea. I'm glad you came up. Yes, I'm back to doing interviews. Whenever, whoever, anybody can contact me. I will do one with any one of you. I've done um, several with you. The underrated, we did one on his show. So all you got to do is reach out to me, mahogany roots and mj@gmail.com. This was lovely. Chaos. I'm going to go ahead so me and this pretty lady could end our show. Chaos, Chaos, I just want to say this because you did reach out to me
Yes.
about coming. You reached out to me about coming on your show, and I was like, cool. But you did it like the day
Okay.
before. If you want us to do an interview, I need more than one day. It takes me a while to get it together.
You're a hard person nowadays, MJ. I'll put a text and then see if you respond, and then we'll see if we could do that day or next week. I don't know.
No,
I'm here.
that was the problem. You contacted me like the same day. I need to prepare. So what do text
So
me?
yeah. So if you have my information, just hit me up and say I need to prepare. I think I'm ready now. What can I do? And then I will hit you up as soon as possible the next day and say, okay, I'll plan this day or this week. Is that cool? And then we move on. It. Is that
That's
easy?
cool. Yeah, because
Is
you
that
gave me like
wonderful?
24 hours. Yeah, that's a lot
No,
better.
no,
I just
no, not 12 hours. I think during that time, maybe this is months ago, I think I had I was actually open. I was sick and hell, mine's knocked out the
I
way.
think I
That's my
was
thinking.
I out of town? I had a lot going on. I
No,
think I had.
you had a lot going on, but we're not go back because you had a lot of things going on in your life. We're not gonna go back to that. Right now, we're in the
Oh,
present now. You're in the right state of mind. You're back at it. You know what I'm saying, so you should be available. Hopefully, God willing. If not, always, you got to hit me up. I can't just see. People don't understand how this thing work when I'm doing podcasting. I had to make the time to reach out to people, and not only it's gonna come out the blue and see my content. I like what you do. Can I be a part of it? Can I do an interview? No, I have to jump in. I have to say I gotta put myself out there. I have to be like like you fishing. I'm from the let me see anybody gonna sneer. It's not like anybody gonna come to me. That's not how it works. I have to be active, proactive,
okay. Well,
and
I
that's for
just
future. That's for future content creators. Don't expect because you got a nice following that people just gonna come and want to jump your fan. You gotta be proactive. That's the mission.
that is true. You do, and
Closed
don't.
mouths never get fed. If you close mouth say that, I'm hoping they're watching and they want to do an interview, you're delusional. Stop dreaming.
Thank you so much. We'll talk later. Thank you so much, Chaos. I'll see you later. I'm gonna go ahead and end the show with this pretty lady. Okay.
All right, go ahead.
All right. Bye bye. I'm gonna drop you down now. Let's see. What did you think? I thought this was great. What did you think, Doe?
I loved it. Thank you so much for having me on. I think
Oh,
there is more that we could talk about, but
well, do you?
it would take longer. But yeah,
Yeah.
this was a very good start.
Yeah, and it goes by so quick. I actually did not expect it to go by this quick.
Nor did I. Nor did I.
That means we were having a good time because usually it's hard for me to stretch 2 hours, but this one just we did an hour and it just flew by. I didn't feel like we were talking very long at all. I enjoyed you. I want you to say something to lead yourself out, and then I'll end the live. Anything you want
Um,
to tell?
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. I want you to give us something. Give us something to think about. Hey, sexy.
The only thing, honestly, is to enjoy life. I know it's short and sweet, but it really is very important and very huge if you really sit down and think about it. Enjoy your life. Many of us did not wake up this morning. Many of us will not tomorrow. So enjoy the time that you have with your loved ones, your true loved ones. And you'll know who are your true loved ones.
I love it. I love it. I'm so impressed, with a lot of the people here in the space. Y'all impress me every day. So anyway, I really enjoyed this. I'm gonna let you go. Sometimes I do a little extra out. I give, hey, we unlock. So I don't know if we unlock is still live. Like I said, a lot of the family was live tonight. He's one of them. So I've got a lot of people to check out. We unlock is live. BMT was live. A few of y'all. So I will be by to check you out. Everybody, please, please, please remember to go to Doe Eyez channels. As soon as I end this live stream, I'm going to put in the description. I should have did it before, but I was rushing. She has 2 channels, and I want you to subscribe to them both. She does growth streaming. She does interviews. She does a lot of stuff. She's great. So
Oh,
that's it.
thank
Oh,
you.
you're
And
welcome.
don't forget to set your notification bells if you want to hear Brother Sanchez next Saturday as we talk about examining Black culture. That should
Awesome.
be very interesting. Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. And I will be there for that interview for sure. I saw some of the first one. So I'm gonna go back. I probably gotta go back. I be bouncing around, girl. But I'm gonna go back and watch more of it because I love you and I like Brother Sanchez. Like I said, I've been following
Yes,
him around.
he definitely is a mover and shaker. Most
Okay,
definitely.
take care of yourself. Have a good night, and I'll see you soon on these YouTube streets. And remember, we've got each other's emails. So if you at any time, if you ever want me to come over, join a panel, do whatever you want me to do, I'll do it. Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Thank you, and good night to you and everyone else.
Thank you. Good night, Joe.
All
Oh.
right. Bye bye now.
All right. Bye bye, sweetie. Oh my God, you guys. Oh. She's so sweet. Thank you all. First of all, thank you all for joining. I think I kind of tried to say hello to everybody as you came in. I love interviews because I get to know you guys on a personal basis. We see each other on panels and stuff, but it's different when you actually get to have a conversation one-on-one. So this is one of my favorite things to do. I'm not going to keep you any further. Make sure y'all subscribe to her channel. She does grow streaming. If y'all don't know what grow streaming is, that's a way to help your channel grow. So she's very helpful. And I think she's just a wonderful person. From my experience, like I said, I was over on her show. She didn't know me from Adam. She took her time. She was very patient with me. So I think you guys will love her. Just the way I'm coming to love her. So anyway, I'm gonna end this, honey. Y'all, it's getting late. We on lock. I'm gonna swing by, sweetie. BMT, I'm gonna swing by, and whoever else is live, I'm gonna swing by. Y'all have a great night. Thank you all. Hit the like button. Come back in the description. If you didn't see her link in the description, I will have the link to her 2 channels. Okay. You guys have a good night. Peace. Chaos.